Hi guys. So today I'm going to talk about web accessibility, and although it's not really a technical topic, although it's not going to be very difficult for you to understand, I'd still like to talk about it because it's something that people should know. It's something that people should use in their website. It's something that should be done in every website out there. The slides are available online. You can open it on your smartphone or laptop. I say that because I give a lot of further reading links which I'll not be showing here, but if you're interested you can go through them and read. So before we start, do you think your web content is accessible? I mean, I just want to show of hands, how many of you think the websites that you make are accessible? Okay, just 2, 3. Okay, that's maybe 1-2% of the people out here. Okay, I'll come back to why it should be accessible. But okay, if not, if your content is not accessible, how many users do you think it affects? How many users? Okay, mobile development is one of the accessibility conditions, but I'm talking more in terms of visibility. Okay, I will come to that number later, but you'll be surprised to know that a huge number of people actually need you to make your content accessible so that they can, view it. Okay, here is one more important question. Assistive technology is something that we use to overcome a disability, and after overcoming it, we can, experience something normally like someone without the disability. So, how many of you have used assistive technology before? One. Okay, it's a very few number, but I'll just come to the next slide and you'll understand. So, I'll just give an example of an assistive technology. How many of you use spectacles or contact lenses? It's about 50%, maybe more. So, yes, this is an assistive technology. So, does that mean I have a disability if I don't use spectacles? In a way, yes, because I have an issue technically which is called myopia. I can't focus on objects which are beyond a certain distance from me. So yes, that is a disability which does not let me experience the world in a normal way. And when I use spectacles, I am actually overcoming the disability, and that is helping me see things anyone else without the disability does. Okay, now is the question. What if you go into a website and it does not work for people who are using spectacles? How would you feel? Irritated maybe? So that is why it's not just with spectacles. There are a lot of other disabilities out there which you must take care of, which I'll come to shortly. So I'll just go on to the definition. This is one of my favorite definitions of web accessibility. I'll just read it out. It's the development of information systems flexible enough to accommodate the needs of the broadest range of users, regardless of age or disability. That means anyone who is visiting your website must be able to access all the features, all the content, or anything else that you're posting. So, that takes into consideration the wide range of users that use the internet, that browse the internet, and use computers, of course, with the help of assistive technologies. Now, this is a statistic that I talked about in an earlier slide. 8.5% of the population has a disability that affects computer use. Now, I'll come to the different types of disabilities later, but these 8.5% of the population can use assistive technologies which help them use a computer and, of course, browse the internet. But that does not necessarily mean that the assistive technology that they are using will be compatible with your website. So you need to do certain small things here and there which makes them do it. Now the question, why should you consider 8.5% of the population? Now as of January 2010, Internet Explorer 6 had a market share of 10.55%. And I'm pretty sure 4 or 5 years ago, you would be making websites which are, you would be making components of websites which are specifically for IE6, because there are certain things which do not work there. So if you actually used to change your website for IE6, which was 10.55% about 5 years ago, why not make your content accessible to the 8.5% population that may not be able to access your content properly? Okay, so before we move on to how you can make your website accessible, I just like to briefly talk about the law. I start with the Australian law because of a story back in the year 2000. So the Sydney Olympics website was not adequately accessible to blind people. So blind gentlemen sued him for about a few hundreds of thousands of Australian dollars, and he actually won the lawsuit because they had failed to make it adequately accessible for blind users. There's a certain section in the United States law called Section 508, which defines certain rules that you must follow to make your content accessible. You can find all the information on the website. There are certain laws in India, but it's in a very rudimentary stage because most of them are applicable only to government websites. And a PDF, I have linked a PDF to that, you can just have a look at it if you're interested. And other countries have their own laws, but I mentioned the law not because you should follow it, but because of this statement. You can be compliant with the law, yet your whole website can be completely inaccessible, because the law states very basic, certain basic rules that you must follow, but that does not necessarily mean that you can actually make your content accessible. Okay, so moving on to the type of disabilities that internet users have. I'll give you a list, but then that is just a very generic list. It's just a general type of disabilities that you'll find. So first of all is auditory disabilities. You can be either hard of hearing or you can be completely deaf. You can have cognitive and neurological disorders, which can lead to epileptic attacks if the content on your website is too flashy. You can have physical or motor disabilities, which would not allow you to control the mouse with precision. In that case, you'll be using only the keyboard or specially designed mice to use the computer or access the net. So basically, your website must be fully keyboard accessible in order to accommodate such users who probably use just a keyboard to navigate your website. And the fourth type of disability that I'll talk about is visual disabilities. There can be 3 types of visual disabilities broadly. One of them is color blindness. Certain people are not able to differentiate between the color. Second is people who can't view, who have lost part of their vision. And the third type is people who are totally blind. So there are different assistive technologies that they use. For example, blind users use something called screen readers, which basically read out the content displayed on the screen. But screen readers have their own problems, and they may not be able to read your whole website, and it depends on how you have structured your content, and that is what we talk about shortly. Here's a link to certain stories of certain specific web users with certain disabilities that you can have a look at if you're interested.